Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Well, yesterday was what I like to call Women's Achievement Day. We were at the 125th anniversary. First chemical element discovered by a woman, polonium-210. And so I took a day off, and I discovered during my day off yesterday that I actually have good tendencies with my relationship with food. A lot of times I just feel rushed for whatever reason, right? So I teach at Phoenix College, and sometimes the phone blows up. You know, you got students looking for me, and also opportunities here obviously come and go, and so you got to keep an eye on that. And then I was doing other gig work, took a break from that as well. And so a lot of times, even though you have an appointment that starts at 2 o'clock, by 12 o'clock, your thoughts are already constrained on where I have to be next and what has to be able to close out next, right? So I like to make art, and obviously the furnace has to be off by a certain time. Maybe I gotta finish my meal so I can get to my art. Some of the metals I work with, you don't want to be eating around, right? I haven't worked with anything terribly toxic. I hope to eventually. That will further constrain when and where I can eat, right? And you get the idea. You get the idea. Yesterday I took a break from all of that, and I found, for the first time in a long time, I was as one with my food. I know it's hard to explain, but when you're eating and you don't have to think about the time, you don't have to think about any obligations, you don't have to think about your phone ringing. I specifically told everybody that we had a family event and I might be slow to answer the phone, answer the email, and then I turned it all off, as you guys saw. I only did one live stream yesterday, and when you didn't have to think about that, I ate a whole lot better. And it really goes to show I'm actually in pretty good control of my body. What I need to exercise more control with is the inputs that I'm taking in from the outside world. Now, speaking of control of your body, this past year has been marked by discussions about abortion, and I'm not going to take sides on the abortion matter. What I am going to take sides on is people talk about childbirth and pregnancy as if it just happens, right? It's outside their control. I've never heard anybody use any words of control over it. I don't know if it's the people who are getting pregnant who want to deny any sort of control, or more accurately, maybe it's the medical establishment that wants us to lose control of our bodies. They want to hijack our bodies and then demand whether or not we can have an abortion, who we can marry, and all. I sometimes wonder, which way is it, right? Now, we talk about food price inflation. The truth is, Americans eat and waste much more food than we could ever dream of wanting, and we talk about inflation. And again, we talk about all the food we eat and waste as if it just happens, right? Again, I don't know if it's the binge eater who doesn't want to assert control over himself, or if it's the establishment that wants us to binge and waste and whatever, right? It reminds me of, in the 1980s, we had a hit song called "No One Is to Blame," right? You can get pregnant, but you can't deliver the baby. You can waste all this food and eat yourself to death. No one ever can be blamed. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.